Hey everyone, how are you doing? I see some people, it's 1 a.m. Tanked on coffee. I love it. Thank you for joining us.
There are so many. You guys are like, I pulled up today's like crowdcast and I was like, maybe I'm in an old one. There's like all this conversation already going on.
No, I love it.
Don't forget to vote. There's a poll at the bottom.
Yes, make sure you go and you vote for what you thought of this month's bit.
Yeah. Ryan, hello everyone. Good to be at book club. This was a fun read. I don't even know. I remember last month when we did book club, I was like, May is so far away, like the end of the month or April. And it's like, Courtney and I were both surprised.
Yeah,
the end of the month.
So this month, like, so March and April, like basically took forever. Mm-hmm. And then it was also like, oh, it's almost May. What? Are you serious? I guess that's what happens when like you don't really see the sunlight very often anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Every day I wake up, I know what day it is. And then like midway through, I'm like, wait, what day is it again?
Yeah.
I'm confused somehow, like a couple hours in.
Yeah, like today I had 3 Zoom meetings that were between an hour and an hour and a half long for Zoom meetings. And then we did I did a live stream PD for my district, and then it was like an hour and a half as well. And so I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God, look, there's 3 Lisas. There's me. There's Lisa, the first Lisa who said hi, everyone. And then there's Lisa Esquivel Vallejo. Am I saying that right? I love your name.
All of the Lisas. Pretty good name. Pretty good name. Oh, Sophia, I am exhausted. Yeah, no, this is foundation and eyeshadow and like on top of being pregnant, Alex really likes to be super, super active at like 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning. So like then he treats my stomach as like a jungle gym and he does somersaults. So I'll just be like, all right, dude, I can't go to bed until you're stopping your spinning.
Yeah. So. He's also confused by this stay-at-home order that he has.
Yeah, he's very, very confused.
Yeah, doesn't know when day or night is. This is Lisa, snarky cat lover. Yes.
Yes.
Which we've now finally found a cat that Lisa and I both love.
There you go. There you go. All right. So we've gotten quite a few people on. So it looks like there's a lot of mixed reviews on what everyone has voted on. So if you haven't voted, go to the poll and vote. We've got 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars, and not any 5 stars at all. So do you want me to give like sort of the synopsis of the book? It wasn't a very long book, so I don't think that we really have to like.
We don't have to split it up. You can do it all.
Okay, so the book was it was burglaries. I always get all the B's mixed up.
Such a long title. I do that too. Yes.
It's like bungalows, burglaries, and beaches, bungalows, and burglaries. Yeah. Burglaries. And so it was by Tonya Capes. I think that's how you say her last name. I want to say Capes, but it's not Capes.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, it's Capes, and she is she's forced to move to Normal, Kentucky, and it's anything but normal. And she's going through like sort of this nasty divorce of this man who ends up being a Ponzi scheme kind of dude, and he ends up losing not only her money and retirement, but tons of other people's money and retirement, especially in the town of Normal. He loses everything for her, including her car and everything, except for this little campground area where it meets up right up against the reserves of the forest, and RVs can park there. And it's just sort of like it's supposed to be sort of like a chill, sort of beachy kind of getaway from the city. She has this brochure that she's looking at, and she's so excited because that's the way it looks. She's like, maybe he didn't do me too wrong. Well, she gets there, and it's a POS. Everything is falling apart. There's like no grass. Everything is just barely hanging on by a thread. The laundromat doesn't even work. Like, it's bad. On top of all of these people are starting to realize who her husband was, and they either judge her automatically on that, or they give her the benefit of the doubt. So she finds herself basically homeless, except for this small little RV, and penniless. But she's not, not all hope is lost. Her name's May. I didn't say her name. Her name's May. And so the campground's called Happy Trails, and it's in Kentucky. And she is happy to find out that, she's got at least something that she can do. But she finds out that Happy Trails and the citizens, some of them see her as lower than scum, and she doesn't think things can get too much worse, except that her ex-husband has escaped from prison and is found dead in the water, like the lake area outside of the campground, and she becomes the main suspect. And Detective Hank Sharp is one of the hunks, because there's a love triangle in this book. So he's one of the hunks, and he thinks that she is that she's a part of his escape, and either he thinks that she's a part of his escape, or she was embarrassed to death of what her husband did, and so she's seeking revenge. And the whole entire rest of the book is May proving that she's innocent and nothing like her husband, and helping the citizens out as much as she can. She meets a whole bunch of fiery ladies at the laundromat, including the preacher's wife and the librarian, and all of these different kinds of hodgepodge of people. And they find out that the killer is actually her husband's partner's son. Actually, the killer of him and his dad. He killed his dad as well. And so that was sort of the quick and easy, quick and fast.
That was good.
Did I do okay? I think.
Yeah, you did awesome. So, Alicia, did you just say, Jane, you said, I loved it. You loved this book? I did not love this book. It wasn't I just wasn't a fan.
So I think I gave this on Goodreads. I think I gave it 3 stars, because I hate that Goodreads doesn't let me do like half stars. Like, I would have given it.
Make a decision. That's what Goodreads is saying.
It's like, come on, what is it closer to? And I'm like, you can't tell me how to live my life. Yeah, so I think I gave it like a 3-star review. I liked it enough as a first book that I read the next 2 books. So I read the first 3 books in the series. So I also have kind of my own judginess after reading book 2 and book 3 as well.
What did we say? Alicia, I thought of Bernie Madoff. Yes, I thought of that too. Lisa, I did not love this book either. Stephanie, I agree with Lisa. Ryan, I liked it. No, loved. Lisa, it was just okay. How were the next 2, Courtney?
Okay, so I don't think what I'm going to tell you actually like breaks any of it. So if you want to read, I think there's like 11 in the series. If you want to read all 11 in the series, what what I'm saying is not necessarily going to hurt you. So in the second book, we meet one of the characters as the sheriff's mother in the second book. She works at the police station. That doesn't necessarily hurt anything that you guys might need to know, but it's his mother in the police station. In the third book, that character suddenly changes to the grandmother. Same name, same position working in the police office, but they changed to a feisty grandmother instead of a feisty mom, which really threw me off. I didn't like the fact that, like, I actually went back into book 2 and like searched on my Kindle the name and like made sure that I wasn't going crazy, because I'm like, maybe that's just pregnancy brain. Maybe like I'm just making this up. No, it was not pregnancy brain. So that bothered me, that you just changed who the relationship was with the character in one book to the other. And then the last book is the reason why I stopped, because I loved how short they were, and I loved the premise, and I really loved the idea of it. It was just super, super cool. But in the third book, she doesn't figure out the whodunit. It's sort of like thrown at you that the sheriff figures out the whodunit, and you don't get the satisfaction that you normally do from a cozy when the sleuth figures it out. It's like, oh, this was actually what happened, and then it just ended the book. Like there was it didn't jive or like connect like a puzzle piece. And so after reading the third book, I was like, I can't. I gave it 3 books, which
you gave it a good try.
I gave it a good college try, and I was super sad about it because I was really liking different aspects of it.
Oh, Ryan corrected. I said no loved. He said not loved. Jane, I'm an essential. It was the only book I got through this month. I so wanted to read secondary book, but was afraid of spoilers. Chris, just okay. Might try the second book. Ryan, I agree with Courtney. Courtney with an E. Hey guys, just hopped on. Hi. Courtney with E. Alicia gave it a 3. Chris, that's really odd that the author can't keep track of her own characters. She actually, we were talking about this. She writes a lot of books. Like she has a huge quantity of books. So I think it's really easy when you have so much going on.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you, Courtney. I won't read any more of this series. So I took notes while you were doing your recap.
Yes.
Here were like the reasons I didn't like it, because I was like you. I was like, this sounds like such a great premise. I'm totally psyched to read this. It has a cute cover. But I guess just overall, it had like a sense of entitlement, right? Like the killer is entitled because he felt like his dad owed him, like your parents don't have to pay for your college. And then her, like, I guess in the beginning, and I did this during the chapter read too, I guess I had such a problem because she's so young and she has a college education, she has work experience, and she's just like, and he left her $100,000 in cash, and she's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I'm like, you could do anything. You know how many people would kill to have $100,000?
That's literally 2 years of salary for me. That's over 2 years of salary. Yeah.
Tax-free, $100,000, right? And plus on top of that, she kept saying how she was in love with him, even though there was this ridiculous age difference, which, I mean, I don't know. My parents are only like 22 or 23 years older than me, and they still feel like aliens, right? Like they're just older. It's like a totally new, different generation. But if she was super in love with him, like, I don't know. She didn't really seem upset that he was dead. And she was just like, she kept saying through the whole thing, like, X and the X. And I don't think they actually got divorced. I think she said she tried to drop the divorce papers, but then he went to jail and he wouldn't sign them. They were kind of vague.
I think that the state automatically granted her the divorce.
Oh.
Because he was in prison, they automatically granted it.
Yeah. And I guess the only other thing that was kind of like the name Mae West, like I know they were trying to be funny, but it didn't like tie into the story or help her character or give any backstory. It's just kind of this weird, they kept repeating it over and over. It's Mae West. It's Mae West. Like, yeah, just change your name.
Well, and I thought that it was, I don't know. I know that sometimes whenever you move away from home, you kind of don't want to be associated with where you used to live, especially if you go from like a hick town to, you know, New York City or whatever. But the fact that she went back to Kentucky and she was actually born and raised there, but she acted as though like this was a whole new experience for her. It kind of threw me off too. Sort of like she was better than when she, you know, what she came from, which I thought was kind of creepy because, I mean, yeah, I didn't like that aspect.
I felt like the author was trying to go for, remember that TV show, I think it's still on, Two Broke Girls, where
yes.
Yeah, it was like that, like a fish out of water where it's a rich girl, but she wasn't really like rich. She grew up and she got a regular job as a stewardess.
Yeah, like I was like, okay. But then like I loved the laundry crew. Like I loved the
laundry club.
Yeah, her laundry club. I loved it. I loved the feisty manager of the campgrounds. I loved the librarian, though I was about to, like, I don't know, punch a wall if I heard hashtag yada 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 one more time. Because I guess even though I do things on social media with, YouTube and things like that, she was like, hashtag campgrounds, hashtag this, hashtag that. And she's just saying it out loud. I was like,
I wonder, even though this was just published a couple years ago, I wonder if she wrote this a long time ago, because at one point she said she went and looked up Grady and Ava Cox in the phone book. They don't make phone books.
no.
Like, they had it for years, decades, right? So I wonder if it was just written a long time ago and then finally got published.
And sort of updated.
Yeah, because she also said one of the laundry club girls, she's like, she's going to help me with that internet marketing stuff.
Yes. No, I agree. Let's see. So Stephanie said she kept envisioning this celebrity. Margaret said, I didn't like the book either. Plus, how do you get $100,000 in cash in a sock?
Right? I don't know. Are there $1,000 bills? Do those exist? I'm not rich enough to know.
I know that they used to make $10,000 bills, but they stopped because of the drug cartel. I've been watching a lot of a history channel, because that's what I do now.
Wikipedia has the answer. High denomination bills were last printed December 27th, 1945, and were discontinued. Even though they're still in circulation, if you have one, I guess you can still use it. I do not have one.
I do not have one either at all. Margaret, I liked Dottie. I felt like she was the only character with depth. I agree. Lisa, no more hashtags, please.
Right. I think maybe probably when it was written, hashtags were like a new cool thing. Like, what is this? A hashtag?
Hashtag. Margaret, I wasn't sure why the people in the town liked her and wanted to help her. So confused. Plus, I got Henry and Hank mixed up.
I did too. The two H's, it was confusing, and they both kind of did the same thing, and she was like hunky. I don't know. It was confusing. I agree.
Courtney, also, how did she not know how to use a washer machine? Okay,
right.
I totally agree. But so when I was in high school, I was my boyfriend's brother. They both had no idea how to use the washing machine. They thought that you filled up buckets and put the water in the washing machine. They had no clue that it actually had a water hookup. And I'm sitting here, I've been doing my laundry since I was 10. And I'm like, guys, no, you just turn and I started a load for them. And I'm like, this is the only load I'm ever doing for you. Go do your own laundry. But I was like, it blew my mind that they had no idea how to use it.
The thing is, she grew up not rich, and she went to college, right? You learn in college, and she worked as a stewardess for years. Like, she would know.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think she would have had, even like she got married, she said when she was 25, she would never have been able to save up $100,000 in 401k. I think they just looked at whatever the max contribution is for the year, but you can only usually contribute 6% of your pay. There's no way she made that much money. She could have, it was 6% was 20,000.
Yeah, no, I agree. There was a lot of ways to sort of poke logic in this. And a lot of times I really try and not do that, right? Like, it's the first book in the series. I'm like, I always give the first book in the series the benefit of the doubt. If it has a good and I like sort of how the main character is, then I'm totally going to go for it and read it and then give the other books in the series a chance. And I did, and I tried.
Yeah, you did.
There wasn't anything I could do. Like, I just really couldn't. I fought to be really excited about this.
Stacy, I'm surprised at how many people I know that don't know how to use a washing machine. Yeah, Margaret, I mean, she had a life before she met a rich husband. Didn't she ever need to wash? Stephanie, teach a man to fish. Lisa, the book was so far off base in so many ways. Alicia, it took me out of the book. Yeah, because every time I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Like, whenever you have to do that, that doesn't really make logical sense, or it you stop thinking about the book and you're like, that would never happen.
See, and that's saying something where when you're reading like the Magical Cats mystery series, that whole entire premise, Magical Cats, is off base because it's technically like it's not real, right? It fights with your reality. But it's so good and it makes enough sense. Like they're able to make the magic make enough sense that you don't question it. You don't question that they can walk through walls or that they can go invisible. That's just part of the book. But there were so many things that I was just like, that's not how that works. That's not. No, it was really hard. Oh, the typos, Margaret. Margaret goes, plus the typos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if I kind of read over those now. I just kind of expect typos.
Yeah. I was like, well, whenever we were talking about her and like, you know, she might like be looking into Hallmark and different things like that. I have high expectations.
Yeah. Jane, yeah, I understand all that. But if you're used to getting everything done for you, how would you know? She only had things done for her for 5 years. Before that, she was a normal person and she grew up in Kentucky. That's why we're kind of like, if it had been like Two Broke Girls where she grew up rich from like the day she was like born. What is that saying? Silver spoon or whatever?
Yeah.
And then that would totally be believable. It's kind of like I have not driven in 10 years after I left New York, but I still knew how to drive. Like,
the thing is that you get into more of her story. She was actually an orphan. Her parents died in a fire, and so she grew up in the foster system. So she would have had to have learned how to wash her own clothes. She would have had to have learned at a very, very young age how to do all of these things. Because sort of the way that she leads it is that it wasn't like the best foster home. So that also doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
Lisa Marshall, another Lisa. Oh my God, is that 4 Lisas? There's 4 Lisas. The narrator was boring. I was trying to get into it, but I couldn't. Yeah, I was telling Courtney that too. Like, I didn't really hate it. I just was kind of like bored. Like I had to force myself to read it. And it wasn't like anything really wrong with it. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like, I wasn't like, you know how certain books are like, oh, I so love this character. I have to know what's happening. And I didn't really feel like that. Stephanie, yes. Sophia, I felt the writing was stilted. It just didn't flow for me. Margaret, and she didn't say why she really wasn't into him. She's like, it wasn't about the money. I actually fell in love with him. And it's like, okay, are you sure? Right. Like if she was so in love with him, she would not just be upset after the Ponzi. I don't know. You'd like want answers or you'd, I don't know. Or you'd still be upset that he was dead. She didn't really like care that he was murdered.
She didn't really like show much emotion other than just being kind of just mad at him, which totally is understandable being mad at him. You lost your whole like life, livelihood, things like that. But like, give us a little bit more reason why you fell in love with him. Was, you know, did you guys have the same love of art? Did you guys have the same love of travel since you were a flight attendant? Like, what was it about him, especially him being as old as he was compared to her? What was it about him that made you want to do that?
Yeah, the only thing she really mentioned was when she saw him on the video from the bank, she was just like, oh, he still looks handsome. Like, I guess 61, maybe. I don't know.
Right. I mean, like, unless it was a Patrick Stewart, like, that's, I mean, no.
Yeah. But even then, there was no, like, there wasn't really anything. There was no depth really to the love or connection. I didn't really feel like she cared about him. Plus, she was not out financially at all. Like, she was made whole in cash, like, with no taxes. And she got this motorhome thing she could have sold. I mean, and then she lived for free for 5 years, right? So
with you know, fancy clothes and like all different kinds of stuff.
And it sounds like she got to keep all of her stuff because she shipped it to the campgrounds.
Yeah, she didn't get to keep a lot of it, but she got to keep her clothes. Like she had a whole storage unit full of her clothes and stuff. Yeah, because I mean, they even start selling off part of her clothes, right? Like to make the campground better.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then she had that fundraiser, which I don't know why anyone would trust her with funds, right?
Yeah. Lisa says, I had to force myself to read it as well. It lacked the depth and fun of most cozies. And then Margaret says she just whines about being broke with $100,000 and asked all the people he ripped off to help her fundraise. I'm confused again.
Yeah, why would you ask them to help with the fundraising?
Like, I'm pretty sure the money that he gave her, the $100,000, if she really wanted to give back to the community and make that campground something that would bring the economics back up in that community, why wouldn't you just spend that $100K that he had given you, and then you really actually are showing it?
Yeah. Or I feel like, honestly, if it was me, it sounds like she loved New York. She could have just stayed in New York and then sold that camper, sold the land, and then she could easily have put that $100,000 on a down payment on any place in New York on a co-op.
Yeah. Stephanie, part of what makes a cozy successful is relatable characters. She was not relatable at all. No. I was rooting for it.
Yeah. I guess if we had taken all the things we complained about and she didn't have the 100,000, then we might have liked her. Plus, I think the other thing too was, like, at the heart of the story, it didn't make any sense why her husband would put the campgrounds in her name. Like, of all the assets that he has, why the campgrounds? They never really explained that.
No, and I think, like, logically in my head, I think that he put that in her name because that was the only, in my head, that was the only thing that he had purchased that it wasn't with bad money, because it was something that he had won in a card game or in a bet with that other guy. So I feel like maybe that's the only property that he had in his name that wasn't tainted or could be taken under any other federal rule, because it was the FBI that took everything else away from him. That's the only thing, but that's just me logic.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, all the other stuff, she gave him $100,000 from her 401k, and then he put everything in his name. She kept saying, oh, he put everything in his name. So that's why it seemed like odd that he would just only take one thing to put her name that was worthless, that he didn't really update.
Yeah. It would have made sense if she had said, he recently changed this into my name. Like before the FBI came.
Like a month before or something.
Yes. Yeah. Like if there had been like a date, then that would have made more sense. Yeah.
Well,
you know, sometimes we win them, and we do. Most of the time, we have had fantastic books that we have. And then sometimes, you know, it's not necessarily for us, and that is perfectly fine. That's what makes the reading world diverse and amazing as it is obviously there are other people who love this series and everything about it, because I mean, there's like 11 or 12 books within the series. So it continues to go on, and I'm going to say in my heart that it gets better, but I'm just not going to, I'm just not going to read it.
I think, yeah, for me, I had to stop myself from watching When Calls the Heart to finish reading the book today. Yeah. I'm so addicted to that show. Does anybody else watch it? Do you watch it, Courtney?
I have no idea what that is.
It's the #1 best show on Hallmark Channel. It's the most popular show they have.
Okay. No, I've been watching a lot of HGTV. As if you guys can see my background, we painted our walls. So normally this is really, really, really dark green. But,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we repainted this room, and then we're going to repaint Alex's room. So I've been very much into, how can I make this better?
Courtney, that show is amazing. Yes, you watch it too. Rosalia, yes, I watch. Lisa Marshall, it's a great show. Courtney, with an E, nice wall color.
Yes, I will probably have to jump on that. Right now I'm watching like Flipped or Flopped and Fixer Upper. Like, I've just been living my best HGTV life over here.
Those are fun. I like the Fixer Uppers, where like they take like the house, or what is that other one? Is it Cell, or is that the Flip show? So
Flip or Flop is like they take their house and then they do it, but then they also show them other houses, and Love It or Leave It. Sorry,
Love It or Leave It. That's it.
Yeah, I binge watched all of that one too.
Yeah, they're fun. Stephanie, Good Bones is a good HGTV show.
It is a really good HGTV show.
What's it about?
So Good Bones is they take old dilapidated houses that are like antique or vintage, and then they take the bones of that and then they make it into something that's sleek and modern, but also still has like a nod to its vintage counterparts.
Cool. Margaret, I just activated my free 1-year access to the Food Network. Wait, how did you get free 1-year access to the Food Network so that we can all get it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Although I guess, is it on regular cable? I never watched cable.
Yeah, I have no idea. I did binge watch all of Kitchen Nightmares. I was on a Ramsay kick for a couple of weeks.
Lisa Marshall, do you watch Property Brothers? I've only seen one episode. I don't really. Have you seen it?
I like Property Brothers too. Yeah, no, they're good. I like that one's a contractor and one's the actual realtor. So then you can sort of see both aspects of it.
Stephanie, yes, it's a mother-daughter team. Oh, the Good Bones show. Margaret, that sounds fun. Amazon was giving it away to Prime customers.
Oh, cool.
Prime customer. I don't have it. Sophia, I've been making my husband watch the Hallmark mystery movies. He pretends to hate them. That's funny.
So does Aaron. He actually downloaded a whole bunch of the movies for me, and like I'll go hit play, and he rolls his eyes like it's a frustration, but then he's like, "This person did it," and like he'll like whisper it, and I'm like, "What? Huh? I think this was silly. I thought we weren't watching this." And I'm like,
I was so sad when they moved the Aurora Tea Garden show out a month.
Yeah.
Stephanie, where can you watch them? All right, Stephanie, are you talking about the house shows or the Hallmark mystery movies?
Yeah.
Because you can watch the Hallmark mystery movies on the Hallmark Channel or on, I think they only show Darrow and Darrow on the Hallmark Now channel. The rest of them, I don't know why they're not on there. I mean, that's the only reason I don't even watch TV. It's the only reason I have cable, just so I can watch the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, I watch stuff on the app, and then sometimes I buy the movies on Amazon and things like that. Ooh, Margaret, we should have a house renovation cozy month.
Is there like a fixer-upper cozy?
Yeah, there's Kate Carlisle's. She has fixer-uppers. There's quite a few fixer-upper ones that are out there. I just never even I mean, there's so many different themes.
Yeah. Courtney, same. Stephanie, Hallmark Mystery. I don't have cable. Yeah, Stephanie, there's no other way to watch them unless you have cable. I've tried Hallmark Now. I've tried, what else is there? The Hallmark app. You can't even watch the Hallmark app unless you have like a login and password from a cable person. So if like your parents or your friends have cable, I guess maybe you could use their login to log into the app.
Yeah.
Lisa Marshall, I missed the Gourmet Detective. Yeah, those were cute. I like those. Sophia, did you watch those, Courtney? The Gourmet Detective?
I watched a couple of them. Yeah, no, I liked them.
I really like the Matchmaker mystery series. That new one that came out. That's cute. Oh, yeah. Sophia Z, there are some on YouTube. Yes, there are some on YouTube that you can buy, especially the baked mysteries.
Yes, the baked mysteries, the Hannah Swanson.
Yeah. Lisa Marshall typoed Gourmet Detective. I know what you meant. I didn't even see the typo. That's like, I don't even notice in books. Yeah. Courtney, use Philo TV service. It has all the Hallmark channels. Ooh, what is that? I don't know. Yeah, what is the car? I will Google this while we're talking. Philo TV service.
Her TBR, and has anyone read them? I have not read anything by Jenny Bentley. I have read the first one in Kate's series, and I did really enjoy it. The main character is pretty awesome. She's fierce. I like her. I like that. I love how we stemmed into what we're doing and what we're watching. That has been fantastic. So thank you guys.
I mean, that's really all there is to do now.
Yeah. Sophia says that there are some, or that she's found some that are free. Yeah, there's many different ways that you can try and get to the different cozies. I wish that they would just, let me have it as a stream service. I will pay $7.99 a month,
right,
just to have Hallmark. And I feel like they're missing a whole market here where I would pay for them. Like that's.
I don't think they've really invested in technology. I took a survey once, and it took like an hour, and I wrote them. I was like, the survey was awful. Like, and I don't know where your technology is, but just so you know, like, you need to create an app where there are movies from like this year. Cause a lot of the movies, when you buy Hallmark now, cause it's like a membership, you're like, I don't want to watch a Hallmark movie from 1975. Thanks.
Exactly. No, I agree. I'm like, guys, just have a streaming service. Like,
yeah.
I've been rewatching or watching for the first time all the way through all of the Murder, She Wrote.
Really?
I am on season like 4 out of the gajillion seasons that there are, but I'm living for it. I want a typewriter so freaking bad. I literally want the clicking when I type.
Oh, yeah, you can get those keyboards that kind of mimic it.
Everyone that I've found, they've had crappy reviews, and I'm like, I'm not going to spend $120 on a keyboard that ends up falling apart. But I'm really, really enjoying the Murder, She Wrote. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with Murder, She Wrote, so I've seen them all, but it's been so long, I probably don't remember. Like, we watched Shrek last night, and neither of us remembered anything. We're like, oh, I kind of remember, but I don't remember this happening because it's been so many years.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it so much. It's so amazing. What channel? So it's not a channel. I actually got them from Amazon, the whole series. So no, they don't stream Murder, She Wrote anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's not on HBO or HBO, Netflix or anything.
No, it makes my heart super sad. But it has been on my wish list for like years. And so Aaron finally got it for me. Alicia says that it's on Prime. Let me see. Because last time,
Margaret, did we answer your question? Hallmark and app. Yeah, there's 2 apps on Hallmark. Just so you know, there's Hallmark Movies Now, which you don't need any like cable subscription for, and it has what I said, like the super old movies, and it has like 1 or 2 new ones. And then there's the Hallmark app, and you have to have a login and password from a regular cable provider to watch that. So there are 2 apps. But if you have VPN, I think they have like some jerry-rigging, like Express VPN where you can watch it.
See, I'm on Prime right now, and it says season 1, and then I clicked on it, and I clicked add season to watch, and then it says this title is currently unavailable. Our agreement with the content provider doesn't allow purchases of this title at this time.
Yeah. Sometimes they have them available, and then I think they take them away, maybe, but it's still like there in theory.
It's fibber. They lie.
Lisa Marshall, I feel like the new shows take too long to premiere.
Like maybe
TV shows or movies? Movies are, I'm like so sad. Like I was so excited about seeing Mulan. Not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Sophia, me too. I've got a Murder, She Wrote mystery jigsaw puzzle. So Jared and I actually did this puzzle that a couple of friends of ours found at a, I think it was like at a thrift store. It's actually a murder mystery puzzle. So you read this little pamphlet that talks about this murder, and then you're trying to figure it out who done it. And the only way you could figure it out who done it is by putting the puzzle together. And it's like in comic strip. And once you put the puzzle together, it tells you the rest of the story. It was so much fun. I had an absolute blast with that.
That's cute. Stephanie, get with it, Hallmark, right? Sophia, yep, that's it. And, you know, I message Hallmark too all the time on Instagram. Like they're there, but I don't think they read the messages.
No.
Renee Martinez, so true.
Do we want to talk about next month's book that won overwhelmingly?
Yeah. It is the Claw movie. The Claw movie.
Claws of Justice?
The Claws of Justice by Emmy Lynn. And so it's the first in the chocolate chip mysteries. I mean, just calling it the Mint chocolate chip mysteries, like, I was done. And then they had that cute cat on the cover.
That was like, adorable.
So perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is next month's book, and we'll be able to go through and do next month's book. Super, super excited.
The cover was so cute. Yeah, it was. So that'll be Wednesday, May 27th. So you have so much time. You have 4 full weeks to read that book, which I think is actually a shorter book. I think it's like 50,000 words or something. So
yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah. We're going to try, we talked about it. We were going to try StreamYard instead of Crowdcast next time.
Yeah, we're hoping to. Do you want to explain it? Because like I still haven't seen it live on someone else's, but it looks active for like you guys as the other members of the stream.
Yeah, so it's just basically it's going to, in theory, show our name at the bottom in case you forget who we are, because we do look like twins. Totally. And then it will also, whenever you have a comment, because we always read them, which is totally fine, we can, in theory, click on it and it'll pop your comment up so everybody can see it. So right now with Crowdcast, because it's meant more for like, this software platform we're on is more for a webinar, for like me teaching people, which is what I use it for. But StreamYard is supposed to help it be more interactive for you, I think. So you can see the comments.
Make it as interactive as possible. It would be really, really nice. Because I mean, it's also kind of hard to go back and forth between the tab on my YouTube channel and then the tab over here on the podcast. It's just, I feel like I'm ignoring people on one or the other if I stay on one too long. And so, yeah, when she mentioned StreamYard, I was like, I'm always down to try something new.
Yeah.
Always down.
So that'll be May 27th. And then that one will be on my channel. So we'll try it out. Fingers crossed. I think Jesse offered to do a write-in with me sometime in May to just like test it. If any of you guys are writers, I'll send you a note. Lisa Marshall, a lot of YouTubers use StreamYard. Yeah, I think it's just something new that I just wasn't hip enough to know about till recently. So,
well, you're hipper than me because I had no idea about this awesome thing.
You've been buried with work.
Yes, yes. Work is not slowed down. I've actually been working at home, more hours and longer days than if I was going to 8 different sites that I normally go to in a day. These days are longer.
Although I will say I've saved money on gas, Starbucks, Jamba Juice, because I'm just not like zipping past them. And so, yeah. Although I'm spending more on online shopping because I'm so bored. I'm buying more.
I've been cooking more. So instead of going out to eat or anything like that, I actually ordered HelloFresh to come every single week. And so I have 3 meals that are there every single week. And it's really, really nice.
Cool. Lisa Marshall, that's 7 days after my birthday. I missed that comment. Yes, happy early birthday. Stephanie, I'm getting about 3 weeks to the gallon, right? And the price of gas has gone down. It's such a shame. Renee, yes, we are facing hip problems.
Seriously, this baby hates that I'm on the computer all the time because I have to lean forward to type on my computer. Well, that pushes my stomach forward and it kind of squishes him. So there are some days that I'll get on my Zoom meeting and I'm on my couch, like leaned back as much as I can. And the teachers will comment and go, so you changed positions. I was like, listen, I'm 6 months pregnant. I'm like,
yeah, so rude.
I can't sit in this chair all day. I was like, he has to get some stretching time.
Can you try a standing desk?
I could, but then my ankles get all swollen.
Oh.
It's very weird being pregnant. For those that have been pregnant, it's weird.
You need one of those like recumbent bikes. You kind of move, but like you're relaxed. And then someone could like stick a little laptop right there.
That would be cool. I would love that.
Yeah. Although they're shipping out probably like 10 weeks now. The baby will be here by the time it gets here.
Right? Margaret, I miss Starbucks. I had to put parental time limits on Amazon for me, not the kids. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I actually now stream, or not stream, I browse the daily deals, which I never did before, right? But like now I'm like, what's on sale? Like,
oh, I've just been updating things in my house. So like before, my patio had like a little seating place that my grandmother had given me. It was vintage, and then it had a hammock, and that's it. Now it has a dog bed outside for my dogs. It has two like little things that I can rest my drinks on when I'm on the hammock. I got cushions for the chairs, and I even got like a hangy thing shade to shade off the hotness. So I'm like, that's what I'm spending my money on is things.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a hammock. I wasn't going to put any furniture on the back patio because this is a rental, but I'm like, we're here so much now. Maybe I should just go ahead. Although I went to the beach today. They opened up all the beaches and the parks in San Diego again. So in theory, I guess I could drive to the beach if I wasn't lazy.
Yeah.
It's like, it takes a while to get there.
So yeah, go ahead.
Buying so many cozy books. Stacy, I'm in the same boat as Sophia. So many cozies. Lisa, I've been buying tons of cozies on my Kindle. Alicia, I'm buying too many Kindle books. Lisa, I found a cozy at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree is open? I didn't know that. We don't have a Dollar Tree, I don't think. I can't think of where one is. Renee, congratulations. I'm glad I was able to tune in. You ladies have a wonderful day and take care. Best wishes. Margaret, I downloaded Kindle book samples so I read before I buy. Oh, smart. Yeah. Lisa Marshall, I am in Florida. That sounds hot and sticky. My parents are in Florida too. They said they are running the AC already.
So are we. It's pretty. It was a high of 70 today, but it would have been hotter. But we had a really bad storm last night with tornadoes and hail and stuff. So that was like.
Well, you have like, are you hotter now because you have like a little heater in your stomach?
So it depends. Sometimes I'm absolutely freezing, and then other times I'm like right now I'm burning up and my hands are kind of swollen. It's just, you know, the norm now. I'm not really sure. I'm living here.
Sophia, I love waiting for the postman in the morning for my book packages. Yeah, I'm like, that's like all I do. I'm like, oh, UPS is here.
Oh, yeah.
Margaret, me too. I'm on the west coast of Mexico. Beaches are still closed though. Aww.
I think that in Tulsa, the Tulsa area that I live in, the shelter in place is being lifted on Friday. But they're saying that anyone who's at risk, like I'm at risk for being pregnant and because I have an autoimmune disease, they still recommend staying sheltered at home for any like outside activities and stuff. So like next Friday, I'm having a virtual work baby shower instead of having an actual get together baby shower. So yeah, it's very interesting, everything that's going on, but for me,
well, at least you don't have to take things home. People will just ship them to you.
Very true. Very true. It's a positive there. Yeah. Yes.
Margaret, we're still in lockdown through May 30th. Oh, Mexico. Stephanie, people here in Arkansas are not following the rules. This is going to go on forever here. Yeah, people in my hometown in Kankakee, Illinois, I keep reading all these articles, like nobody's following the rules. Lisa, I'm glad that you're being safe, Courtney. Yeah, I think you're going to have to stay in for the rest of the pregnancy, really.
Yeah, basically. I did ask my doctor if I could have a real baby shower like the middle of July. And he said that that should be fine as long as everybody is, as long as their decline is going down. But still have to take everybody's temperature at the baby shower, and they'd still have to wear masks and like all of that because this baby is due the last week of July. So yeah. Maybe you should have the baby shower after the baby's here to be safe. And that's the thing is like, I thought about that, but then people are going to want to hold him and love on him and like ninja Courtney will come out and I'll like want to fight my elderly relatives because they want to kiss my baby on the face. And I would have a conniption. I just already know that I would freak out.
Margaret, we've got the military and police enforcing. Husband got his temperature taken at the store before going in. Masks are mandatory. Yeah, they're not really doing. I went to the doctor the other day, and so it was just a routine check, and all they did was ask me if I had a temperature, if I had any symptoms, and then they just let me in. So no one took my temperature.
Yeah, mine has been. I've had to take my temperature. I've had to put masks on, and they've made you put hand sanitizer on, and then Aaron isn't allowed at any of my baby appointments anymore, so I have to go to those by myself.
That's true. They only let one person in. That's so sad. It's the whole point of like pregnancy,
right? And it's our first baby, so like it's really bumming me out.
Do you guys FaceTime while you're in there?
We're not allowed to.
You can't FaceTime even? Like that's not even germy.
Nope, because of all of the medical equipment that's going on in there and everything like that, we're not allowed to record or video anything. No, I will not have to give birth alone. They will allow him to be in the delivery room. I already asked.
Thank God.
That would not have been good.
Alicia, New Jersey won't let you go anywhere without a mask. So here it's just recommended. I don't think it's not necessary.
It's not necessary here in Oklahoma either.
But I haven't seen anybody without a mask, though, when I go into stores. Everyone has one.
Yeah.
Not everybody has gloves, though. Like
we already had surgical gloves here at the house. I don't know why. We have a whole box of them.
Surgical gloves hanging out?
We just had like the surgical gloves, and so we were fine there.
Stephanie, lots of people without masks here. Parks are full. It's nuts. Yeah, I don't think anything was as crazy as the Florida beaches. Remember that at the end of last month? Spring break.
No. Well, we are coming up to the last hour of, or we're getting to the hour mark of the live stream. But
Lisa, everything here in Virginia is shut down.
It's amazing.
Near DC.
The different states and like what they're doing and what they're not doing.
Sorry, I cut you off, Courtney. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're fine. I was just saying that we're closing in on the hour mark. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about before we settle in for the evening? I know that this baby wants me to lay down right now.
You totally could have done this laying down.
I know. Aaron was like, you can just live stream from the couch. I was like, no,
What?
I'm going to be in a chair. I'm in a
I mean, I didn't even blow dry my hair. I like just came out of the shower. I didn't even put I'm not even wearing I'm saving money too. I'm not wearing contacts because I'm not working out anymore. I just put my glasses on every day.
Love it. I'm not wearing this much makeup, but I had a lot of live streams and Zooms and stuff today. I was like, I guess I should look like a person.
You look like a Neutrogena commercial. Your skin's very clear.
Thank y'all. Margaret, excited about next month's book. Super, super excited about it. I'll download it tonight.
I forgot we do have a book giveaway. I feel a little bad because none of us really like this book. But the author did offer to give a signed copy of book 2 in the series.
Yes. So, I don't know someone who doesn't want it.
Yeah, who wants it? How about that?
Yes. So if you want a signed copy of the second book because you enjoyed this month's book, raise your hand and then I will number you off or like say something and I'll number you off and then I'll have Siri get a random number between the numbers that say that they would like to have the second book signed. So I'll give a couple of seconds to the last 14 people who are still live. That if you would love the book, if you would love a signed copy of the second book, say so in the comments. And if not, then it will go to one person who says that they would like it. So
I did not read any of the comments on YouTube.
There weren't a lot.
Okay.
I don't think.
Ellen Wogan and Michaela Berardi are both on there.
Oh, poor Michaela. She said I missed the whole thing. Thank you. Oh, Michaela, what is your favorite cozy mystery of all time? Oh, of all time? I don't know if I can do of all time. I do absolutely love Ellie Alexander, any of her books. Like, you can't just make me pick one, like, book. Like, I can pick an author that I love, but not just one.
I mean, if it's Hallmark movies, I definitely Aurora Tea Gardens are my favorite Hallmark mystery movies, like series.
And I love movies, but I don't like the books.
And then for books, I'm still gonna stick with Molly Fitz.
There you go.
Those are my favorite.
All right, so it looks like the only person that said that they would love to have the second book signed is Jane. Jane would love to have it. So we gave plenty of time.
Yes.
So yeah, Jane gets to have it. So message Lisa with your address and she will be able to give it to you.
Just send it to me at Lisa Lauder.
I pronounced your name right. No one ever does. Thank you. I think it's the 7 years as an educator. As a teacher, I have learned to really, say names well, because no one likes to have their name mispronounced. So I
just looked at it and thought it said Michaela, but you said Michaela.
Yeah,
Michaela. Very cool name.
Yeah. What's your? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I already said my favorite author was Ellie Alexander. But I think that we are ending the stream. We will see you guys next month. I have been posting more often on my YouTube channel. I've been trying at least once or twice a week. So those that said that they have been doing a lot of Kindle Unlimiteds, I did a whole entire video on Kindle Unlimited, new ones that have come out that you guys loved. So go and check out that video. And they have the links to those books in the description box as well. So you would just be able to click and then download, because I always think that you should totally buy more cozies.
Yeah, and she had some really good suggestions lately if you're looking for books.
Yes, yes.
And I know the author for the one that won, so we totally have the okay to read the first 2 chapters. So those will go up this Sunday.
Yes, super, super excited. So good night, everyone. I hope that you guys stay safe and stay kind, and we will see you all next time. So
yeah, don't forget, just jump into Facebook and let us know if you want to talk about other books during the month or TV shows.
Yes, 100%. Go and make sure you check out the Facebook, okay?
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.